Welcome to Wings of Fire Dreams. Today we will be seeing the family tree of Pallava Dynasty. The Pallava dynasty was an Indian dynasty that existed from 275 CE to 897 CE, ruling a portion of southern India. They gained prominence after the eclipse of the Satavahana dynasty, whom the Pallavas served as feudatories. The first ruler of Pallava dynasty, Simhavishnu, is also known as Avanishimha, son of Simhavarman III and one of the Pallava kings of India. He was responsible for the revival of Pallavan dynasty. He was the first Pallava monarch whose domain extended beyond Kanchipuram in the south. He was portrayed as a great conqueror in Mathabalasa Prahasana, a drama written by his son Mahendravarman I. Simhavishnu, who was known for his gallant martial courage and judicial wisdom, from young age overthrew the Kalabras and conquered the region up to Kaveri, where he came into conflict with the Pandyas and Ceylon. Simhavishnu led the revival of the Pallavas, and the period starting with him came to be known as Greater Pallavas or Later Pallavas dynasty. The great struggle between the Pallavas and the Chalukyas, which would last for more than 2 centuries, began during the reign of Simhavishnu. Simhavishnu is known to have been the patron of Sanskrit poet Bharavi, who wrote of the duel between Shiva and Arjuna known as Kirata Arjuna. The structure of Bharavi's play suggested that it was written for Kodiyatam, place for worships in temples during festivals. Kirata Arjuna is used as a subject for Kodiyatam performance even today. Simhavishnu was succeeded by his son Mahendravarman I. Mahendravarman I was a Pallava king who ruled the southern portion of present-day Andhra region and northern regions of what form present-day Tamil Nadu in India. He was a scholar, painter, architect, musician. Mahendravarma was a great patron of letters and architecture. He constructed a lighthouse in Mahabalipuram and also constructed Kanchi University, where Vedas, Buddhism, Jainism, painting, music and dance was taught. He was the pioneer of rock-cut architecture amongst the Pallavas. The 5-cell cave temple at Pallavapuram was also built during his reign, as was the Kokarneshwar temple, Tirukkornam of Pudukottai, Tamil Nadu. His paintings are found in Sittanavasal cave, Tamil Nadu. During his reign, the Chalukya king Pulikeshin II attacked the Pallava kingdom. Mahendravarma was succeeded to the throne by his more famous son Narasimavarman I in 630 CE, who defeated Pulikeshin II of Chalukya dynasty and ransacked the Chalukya capital city of Vatapi. Narasimhavarman I was the successor of Mahendravarman's love of art and completed the work started by Mahendravarman in Mamallapuram. During his reign, famous Pancharatha's temple was constructed, which is a rocket temple, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. He avenged his father's defeat at the hands of Chalukya king Pulikeshin II in the year 642 AD. Narasimhavarman I was also known as Mahamalla, great wrestler, and Mamallapuram was named after him. It was during his reign in 640 AD that the Chinese traveller Heng Sang visited Kanchipuram. Narasimhavarman I was a devotee of Shiva. The great Nayanar saints like Appar, Sirthundar and Thiruñana Sambandar lived during his reign. Kalki and Krishnamurti's work Sivagamiyan Sabadam is based on Narasimhavarman's early years and his battle with the Chalukyas. Kalki Krishnamurti's Parthiban Kanavu is based on the later years of Narasimavarman's rule. Narasimavarman I was succeeded by his son Mahendravarman II in the year 668 AD. During the reign of Mahendravarman II, King Manavarma of Ceylon is deposed and driven into exile, going to the Pallava court. Mahendravarman himself is killed in a collective attack by the Chalukyas, the Gangas, and the Pandyas. Parameshwaran I ascended to the throne after the death of his father Mahendravarman II in 670 CE. His grandfather Narasimavarman I had already made the Pallava Empire the most powerful source in the subcontinent and destroyed the Chalukya capital at Vadapi. Parameshwaravarman was an efficient and capable ruler known for his military exploits, his love for poetry, and his devotion to Shiva, to whom he erected many temples. Parameshwaran's reign was marked by revived conflicts with the Chalukyas, led by Vikramaditya I, who had fought against his grandfather and was now allied with many rulers. In 674 CE, the two armies met at Peruvallanallur near Trichy, and Parameshwaran was victorious tremendously despite facing a huge coalition. He was succeeded by his son Narasimhavarman II, also called as Rajasimha, in 695 CE. Narasimhavarman II, popularly known as Rajasimha Pallava, is credited with the construction of Shore Temple, Ishwara and Mukunda temples in Mahabalipuram, the Panamalai temple in South Arcot, plus the Kailasanatha temple. In 8th century, the Sang dynasty forged a military alliance with Narasimhavarman II and made him the general of the South China to safeguard from the expanding Tibetan Empire. Rajasimha has two sons, Mahendravarman III and Parameshwaravarman II. However, Mahendravarman III predeceased his father, and Parameshwaravarman II succeeded to the throne in 728 CE. Parameshwaravarman II succeeded his father Narasimhavarman II in 728 and ruled till 731. During his reign, Kanji was invaded by the Chalukyas, and Parameshwaravarman had to surrender and accept humiliating conditions. To avenge his humiliation, Parameshwaravarman attacked the Chalukya kingdom but was defeated and killed. He was killed by the Chalukya king Vikramaditya II, following Parameshwaravarman's death in 731. There was no heir to the throne. A war of succession is avoided as military leaders, scholars, and representatives of the merchant class and the peasant form an entourage and undertake a long journey to reach the kingdom of Cambodia. They are ruled by a certain Kadavesa Harivarma, who is a sixth generation descendant of Bhimavarman, brother of the great Simhavishnu. Of his sons, only the youngest, Nandivarman, accepts his request to return to the Deccan to govern the Pallava kingdom as successor to the deceased Parameshwaravarman. Accordingly, he was brought and then installed on the throne of the Pallava kingdom. Nandivarman was an Indian arch who ruled the Pallava kingdom from 795 to 846 AD. He was the son of Nandivarman II. Nandivarman ruled the Pallava kingdom for 51 years. During his reign, the decline of the kingdom had set in. Pandyan intrusions in the south reduced the Pallava territory to areas in and around Kanjipuram. In 803 to 804, the Rashtrakuta king Darvasha defeated the Nandivarman and entered Kanchi. Nandivarman III was an Indian monarch of the Nandivarman II line who ruled the Pallava kingdom from 846 to 869 AD. He was the son of Dandivarman and grandson of Nandivarman II. Nandivarman III was a powerful monarch who tried to reverse the decline that began in the reign of his father. He made an alliance with the Rashtrakutas and the Gangas and defeated the Pandyas at the Battle of Tellaru. He then pursued the retreating the Pandyan army as far as the river Vaigai. The Pandyan king Srimara however recovered most of his territories and even defeated the Pallavas at Kumbakonam. Nandivarman had a powerful navy and maintained trade contacts with Siam and Malaya. Upon Nandivarman's death, difference arose between Nirpatunga and his stepbrother Aprajita, probably owing to the latter's ambition to rule the kingdom in his own right. Both sides look for allies, and for the time being, it is Nirpatunga who rules the kingdom. Nirpatunga manages to turn the tables on the Pandyas and inflict a defeat on them under their king Srimara to Pallava pride. Apajitavarman was a king of the Pallava dynasty, the last ruling member of their house. He was killed in 897 CE in a battle against Aditya I. The Pallava dynasty at Thondaimandalam came to an end. In 880 CE, Aparajita had defeated and killed Varagunavarman II. A depiction of Somaskanda on the rear wall of the sanctum of a temple commissioned by him in Tirupati is regarded as the last known use of that stylistic tradition. In 885, he transferred to the rule of Tanjavur to his ally and vassal Aditya I as a reward for his contribution to the victory at Tirupurambiyam. The Cholas under Aditya I at first were minor allies of the Pallavas, but later attacked them, defeated and killed Aparajitavarman, their former ruler. The Pallava rule at Thondaimandalam came to an end by the death of Apajitavarman. Thank you for watching this. We have also uploaded the family trees of Delhi Sultans, Baminis, Marathas and Mauryas. Please do watch it. If you like this, please press the like button, share it to your friends and subscribe our channel. Thank you.